Now we're ready to add another layer. Right now we only had one layer. So I'm going to click on the Add Layer button. Now I've got two layers. Just to make sure nothing happens, I'm going to lock that bottom layer so I don't mess it up. Now we want the next photograph, which is 1991.2. I'm going to drag and drop that. And that is just a really big picture. I'm going to have to zoom the wrong way. Zoom out. Get the transform tool. Zoom in. Apple number 2. I can make this a little bit bigger. Hold and shift. I want to make this change. Maybe about like that. That looks pretty good. Once you get it the size you want, then convert it to a symbol. Right click. Go down to convert to symbol. And they're all graphics from here on out. We only make one movie clip. So graphic, then click OK, and then it's back to the same steps we did on the previous layer. I'm going to right click, insert keyframe, right click anywhere between them, create motion tween, make sure the arrow is solid. Right click on frame 10, insert keyframe, right click on frame 30, insert keyframe. Go to frame 40 and click on the picture, the symbol, and then I can take color to alpha, goes to 0, go to frame 1, click on the symbol, color to alpha, goes to 0. Then if I click anywhere in here between the name and that pencil, and it'll select that whole layer like that. Then I'm going to click on this first one and drag and drop it to right there. And I'm done with that one. And if I wanted to, at this point, I could hit Apple Return to see what this looks like. So if I roll over this, you can see the picture comes in, that one fades out, this one comes in. And now, since I've only done two, it's just going to go back and forth between those two pictures. And that is where I'm at so far. Now I'm going to add another layer. And I am going to get the next picture, which would be, let's see here, we did 2, now we want 3. Drag that out here, really big again. Could use the transform panel, it's a little bit faster. Let's try 25%. That was a pretty good size. There we go. Could use that like that. Right click, convert to symbol. What's that? 1991.3. And I click OK. Nice thing about having similar names is they're right together in the library. For instance, on that last one, I forgot to name it 1991.2, didn't I? Which I think is going to be this one right here. So I can just double click on that and put 1991.2 and hit return. And now it's right next to the actual bitmap that made it. And then here's the one I just made right here. And let's see here. If I right click, insert keyframe, I think that was supposed to be at 40, wasn't it? I didn't line this one up, did I? There we go. Right click anywhere between there, create motion tween, then at 10, insert keyframe, at 30, insert keyframe, go to frame 1, click on the picture, take alpha, to 0, then go to frame 40, do the same thing again. Click on the picture, alpha to 0. And then I'm just going to click right there, select this whole layer, except, you know, I don't want all this extra stuff out here. I believe in the first slideshow guide I didn't start moving these till later, did I? That would make more sense. Let's do this. If we click on the first keyframe, hold shift and click at frame 40, then we can just drag this and drop it right on top of that one. Click on this one and come over, and then those extra frames don't make any difference. Time to add another frame or a layer. Let's select those two layers, add another one. Now we're on to our fourth. Just depends how many pictures you have for the event, but you just keep adding these layers, going to the next picture. This one here is when Jory was graduating from 8th grade. Let's try 25 again. It's a little big. I'll make it a little bit smaller. That's looking pretty good. Right click, convert to symbol. Come up here. This one was 1991.4. Okay. Now it is a graphic symbol. Right click at 40. Insert keyframe. Right click, create motion tween. Right click, insert keyframe at 30. Then we're going to insert a keyframe at 10. Go to frame 1 and go to alpha for 0. Go to frame 40, click on the symbol, alpha is 0. Then if I click on the frame 1 and then shift click frame 40, I can select just the part I want, and I'm going to drag it out here. Couldn't get it all the way, so I'm going to move this over some and then just click and keep dragging. Want that lined up right there. Click once on this keyframe so I can select it individually and then drag it over one. And now if I hit Apple Return, you can see what this looks like with numerous pictures. And you just keep adding more layers and adding more pictures until you're all done, and then your whole, do that for every button, and your whole timeline when it's viewed. Now if I go back to the internet where we started, if I look at it right now, it's not going to show up. I have to reload this page since I've made a change. Now if I come down here and roll over this one, we can see those same pictures right on my web page. So just keep going till you get all your pictures done, and it should already be linked to your timeline page in Dreamweaver, and so it just updates after you hit Apple Return. That concludes today's lesson. Thank you very much.